Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Cole Wolfrun, and today we're doing something a little different than we have been doing lately on the channel. I've done a few reaction videos in the past to things like trailers for games I was about to play and stuff like that, but I rediscovered a YouTube channel that I haven't watched in a long time, Death Battle, because they're putting two of my favorite characters in fiction up against each other today, and I went and looked at their channel just to see. And there are a lot of death battles that I have not seen, that I've missed, that have been like really big deal death battles for me, like the Dragonborn versus the Chosen Undead, Vegeta versus Thor. I'm like, how did I miss all these? Goku versus Superman 3, which I'm assuming Superman wins again, but I haven't watched these, and I thought this could be a fun little journey for the people of the channel. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. We are going to, hold on, fix some of my hair, because I got to fix my hair. We're going to watch, specifically today, we are going to watch Kratos versus Asura. So, what do I know about either of these characters? A lot! I played the shit out of Asura's Wrath when it came out, and the DLCs, like, repeatedly. I loved that game when it came out. It's a pity nobody else seemed to. God, Capcom, why'd you have to fuck it up so bad? The DLC ending bullshit screwed Capcom over so bad. But also, God of War, I am in fact a barbarian main, and Kratos is part of the reason for that. I'm a huge, huge fan of God of War. I've been playing the God of War games since they first came out, when I was probably too young to be playing God of War 1 when it first came out. But I played it when it first came out, played God of War 2 on release, played God of War 3, and then I played God of War 2018 and Ragnarok on release, and I vastly prefer the Norse games, personally, just because I care more about a good story than a good character action game, personally. And I really liked the gameplay of the new games, so I love Kratos. Kratos is one of my favorite characters of all time. God of War may be my favorite gaming franchise of all time. Maybe I'll do a video about that eventually, but I do want to play God of War for the channel eventually. Specifically 2018 and Ragnarok. I don't know if I'll play any of the old games. But anyways, enough jibber jabbering for me. We're going to watch Kratos versus Asura, and then I will render my judgments on if I think this was done correctly. So, I disagree with Death Battle a lot, but I do enjoy the spectacle, so we will see what I think, actually. So let's go. I plan on actually recording a reaction to a few of these over the next couple of days, so we'll see which ones I watch. But for right now, we're doing this one. Okay, 3D animated. Cool. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'm so ready for that.
Kratos versus Asura.
The Ghost of Sparta versus the Wrathful Destructor. Because sometimes you just want to punch a god in the face. He's Wiz and I'm Boom.
True.
And it's our job to analyze.
I may be pausing throughout the video to talk about things, guys. Just want to say that now as I pause over Wiz and Boomstick. But I will be pausing to like talk about things that I think maybe they get wrong, things that maybe I think they misrepresent, or maybe things that I think is 100% accurate. I'll probably just be having commentary throughout. But sometimes with this kind of video, I'm going to have to pause to do that sometimes.
Analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death
So
battle.
are we only getting Norse Kratos' weapons, or is he getting his old
The
ones?
Primordials waged war across existence.
Oh, this is new. I haven't watched Death Battle in a while, guys. I think the last Death Battle I watched, I don't even remember. All official material related to character is applied to analysis unless found contradiction to primary source material certain. To be used per boy and the account statements are okay.
A series of cosmic clashes that birthed the universe.
Boom! Now that's what I call a big bang.
From Ceto's death, the oceans would flow. From Uranus's strikes, the stars were spawned.
I am also a huge fan of all mythologies, mostly Norse, but I do know a lot about Greek mythology, and so far so good.
And so forth. Thus, the world itself was born from violence.
Starting
Yeah.
the whole messy cycle. Uranus was overthrown by his Titan son, Kronos.
True.
Who was overthrown by his Olympian son, Zeus, who
Well, Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Hera. There was a whole lot of them. There was a whole lot of Olympians that defeated Kratos.
battled his own son, Kratos.
As
Yeah.
a classic
Yeah.
bastard child of Zeus,
Part god, part more. You could just say demigod. 1,000 plus years old. 7'8". I don't know if that's accurate. Everyone in God of War Ragnarok must be fucking... Well, they are all... That, to be fair, they all are gods. But no, he fights some regular people in God of War 2018, and they're not much smaller than Kratos. Huh. Goes to Sparta, God of War, marked warrior. Likes Atreus, Olives, Mimir, his family. Dislikes selfish gods, sliding puzzles, sack... Oh!
Zeus,
That's a reference to a line of dialogue in Ragnarok.
He became a fierce warrior, winning many a battle, until finally cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Barbarians!
Destroy these guys who are kicking my ass. My life is yours. A deal was made.
It's pretty close to how it actually went.
Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel.
But Ares had a scheme. While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the ghost of Sparta.
So, he was kinda understandably really pissed off. Time for a new god of war. The gods were crapping their togas in fear as the new god of war took out his rage on...
So far, pretty accurate.
And got some new gear out of it, too.
Poseidon's trident and Icarus's whip.
Oh my god, Arms of Sparta, Barbarian. Is he going to use all of it? He's probably not going to use all this in the video, but, like, nice that he has. And then, all of these weapons are nowhere near as cool as these ones. Except, you know, the Blades of Chaos and the Blade of Olympus. Those are fucking cool.
Wings.
All his different shield types. Okay.
Kratos dominated both sea and sky. He also had
Did he?
a tendency to carry powerful severed heads. Like
True.
Medusa's.
And the claws of Hades could steal souls. Even the soul of Hades himself. Should have thought that one through, man.
Yeah.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos. Nor was Helios, the sun god capable of moving stars and...
Well, Kratos didn't really fight Helios. Helios got bitch slapped out of the sky by a titan. And he was, like, super wounded. And then Kratos walked up to him and just ripped his head off. Wasn't really a fight. I mean, you got to assume Kratos could have beaten Helios in a fight because he, right before that, beat Poseidon and Hades.
spreading light across the entire underworld.
He fought Atlas, the Titan of Strength, who broke the load-bearing pillar of the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him. You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Causing shockwaves that moved over a quadrillion times faster than light. A frankly incomprehensible feat.
Then there's Daddy Zeus,
who proved a serious challenge, until Kratos drew perhaps his ultimate weapon.
Big ass sword.
It can make tornadoes, lightning, force fields. Oh, and it can stab the hell out of you. It siphons godly energy and can pull it up to even kill Zeus. Like father, like son.
Even while Kratos ultimately released hope across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass, he was unstoppable. Non-stop killing and sex and even more killing. And yet,
a lot of it. A lot of that. Yeah. Kratos is a sad boy.
Still gone. What was he to do?
He didn't know. He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where he met Faye, his second wife. Good start, buddy.
Kratos had a new lease on life.
And she's hot.
Could not escape his past
She's real hot.
There's a reason.
To be fair, though, she's real hot, but Kratos is, I definitely think, if there's a Reacher and Settler between Kratos and Faye, Faye's the Reacher. Because Kratos is hot.
And he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better.
Then that is Deborah Ann Wool, though. Deborah Ann Wool's hot as hell.
So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the toughest task he ever
Dad of boy.
Especially after Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again. But hey, it wasn't Kratos' fault this time, and Faye left the tools he'd need to keep the boy safe, including the Leviathan Axe.
Oh, yeah.
The whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan Axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor wishes Mjolnir was as cool as this axe. It's imbued
True.
with
The axe is so
magic
much
and poison
cooler.
Even the gods fear. It can be summoned to Kratos.
I didn't put that together. That's true. I guess I just never put that together while playing the game, but like when it says Aether imbued, yeah, it's imbued with Jormungandr's poison. Holy shit.
His hand from a distance, and it even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new weapons and a new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Asir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Not all anger is problematic, and Kratos
Nope.
wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Dropnir ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears.
That spear is so
All
cool.
types of energy and blast it back. He even has
Can.
relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Oh, they're gonna be counting the relics for Kratos' side. So this is kind of the problem with this matchup, though, is like Asura doesn't really have equipment at all. So this will be interesting. I think. Well, you gotta think the scale of the shit Asura does is so. But well, not really, because they're factoring in. Factoring in Oranos, and the fact that Kratos did kill Kronos. I don't know. Before this video, I was fully like, I like Kratos more, but I was fully thinking that Asura was gonna win. I'm not sure anymore.
Naturally, he contested with the
Fuck off, Odin.
Norse gods.
Shitty ass
The
Odin.
god of thunder, Thor, who was powerful enough to fight the
Coolest
fire
version of
giant
Thor.
and the world serpent
Best Thor.
Jormungandr at the same time.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok.
Yes, he
You can't
would.
beat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable time on his own, and the sheer power of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
That's the world tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
That's gonna be a
The
big
tree's
feat.
very existence
That's gonna be a big
held
fit
all of
for them,
creation
isn't it?
among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space.
That's true.
Everything comes back to the tree.
So it's kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his
Kinda.
quest to free the Norse
Everyone
world,
does.
Kratos
Everyone in Norse mythology lives in a treehouse. Pay attention, Boomstick.
reclaimed old weapons by
Oh, okay. Feats. Killed most of the Greek pantheon, climbed out the underworld after dying, forced Atlas told Odin. I mean, that was just kind of through happenstance, but killed Kronos. Or yeah, they're really harping on about this Kronos thing, so I feel like that's going to be a feat they're going to come back to. At least hope into the Greek and Norse realm. Did he really ascend into the Norse realm? Oh, right, when he became the god of hope at the end of Valhalla. Yeah, so being thrown across the planet, he did reconcile his past, become a better god, defeated Atlas, Hercules, Zeus, Thor, Odin, fought Shuffle Knight to
reckoning with his past sin,
fucking Shovel Knight.
even taking up the blade of Olympus once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And
He's a
now
great
the
dad.
boy is a man and also a bear.
Kratos made a lifetime of mistakes.
Man Bear
The
Boy.
future would be different. He'd
Man
be
Bear
more
Boy.
than he was in the past.
Boy Bear
Not just
Man.
a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender. A god of hope.
God of Hope.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robin Hood
Okay,
Gold, you
yeah,
can now
we're
enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving
we're gonna skip the ad. Fucking ads. This video's not sponsored by Robinhood. Get out of here.
God fell from the heavens, only to rob
I do want to specify, please go watch the actual death battle before you watch this video. Please. They deserve all the love in the world. I don't always agree with death battles' assessments, but they're very talented individuals.
eyes from the depths of Naraka after 12,000 years.
Asura!
After 12,000 years, he's free. Punch everything dumb enough to get
Punching!
demigod of wrath.
Asura is the god of punching. That's just it. You know what I want to see? I want to see Asura versus Saitama. That's what I want to see.
Asura.
Alongside 7
That's a joke. Asura would absolutely obliterate Saitama. And also, it paused perfect timing. 12,000. 28 physically. Interesting. Demigod, father of Mithra, husband of Durga. Yeah, former member of the Asgard Generals. Likes family, Yasha, Hot Spring, QT. Hey now! Hey now! Just like 7 deities, Chakravartin hearing his daughter cry. Facts. Also, Asura, best girl dad. Joel, you could learn a thing or two. Put him in Marvel vs. Capcom. Capcom, if you don't put him in Marvel vs. Capcom or make him a sequel.
God generals, Asura served as defender of humanity against the impure Goma, dark spirit monsters infesting the world.
And the demigods battled the Goma by wielding a mystic energy formed from human prayer, mantra.
By advancing technology with mantra, the Guardian Generals became essentially hyper-powerful mystic cyborgs. They could each harness mantra through a different emotional affinity. For August, it was greed. For Yasha, it was melancholy.
I'll give you one chance to guess what Asura's is.
By tapping into his wrath,
happiness.
Asura can take
No,
many forms
I'm sorry.
for battle, like
I'm
a
wrong.
six-armed Vajra, a state
Vajra.
to the embodiment of the planet's will and the source of the Goma, Vlitra.
Yeah, the whole plot of the game is like subdue the planet's will to make the people happy.
And he wasn't angry enough to put Goma Vlitra down for good. At least not yet. Of course, since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy of Asura's would be stupid enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right? Right?
Funny you should say that.
God damn it.
First off, Asura is not...
It's so crazy the like art style of Asura's Wrath, and like how cool everything looks, and it's like the like amalgamation of Buddhist and Hindu like mythologies like merged together into like one really cool cyborg sci-fi fantasy game. It's really cool. Honestly, I wish it was just an anime. It would have made such a good anime.
One-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure.
They were!
Inherently evil, just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter, Mithra.
And Mithra has the unique power to supercharge mantra energy,
which gave Asura's prideful commander, Deus, an idea. If he could weaponize Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian Generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well, obviously, Asura
Dumb plan. Dumb plan.
Screamed Asura for killing the Emperor, murdered his wife.
Dumb plan.
And then just straight up killed him.
Dumb fucking plan, Deus. Like, Deus's plan is so dumb.
What?
And it doesn't even fucking work.
A dick.
But true to his nature, Asura was literally too angry to die. So long as a single...
Honestly, I think a better fight would be Asura versus like the Hulk or Broly, if we're being real here for a hot second. Like, come on. Okay, just making sure my mic was recording. I would have been really sad if I hadn't been recording this whole time.
Part of his body remains and can possess mantra. He can climb back out of the sort of limbo between life and death. He did just that with an
Oh, this music. Asura's Wrath has great music.
Oh yeah, they're calling themselves gods now.
Of course they
Turns
are.
out they're all assholes who started sacrificing
They are.
of innocent people to try to power up.
Yeah, their plan is to just start killing humans and sacrificing their souls to create mantra to power up their big, like, human-looking cannon, the Brahmastra, and they're just going to try to kill Vlicha that way. And then Asura just gets so mad that he equals and then surpasses that power without using any human souls, so they're like, ah, fuck. Probably just should have asked him for help. They don't actually say that because then they'd have to use their brains a little bit. But like in all reality, all of Deus should have done is just been like, probably should have asked Asura for help. Would have saved a lot of human lives. And I wouldn't have to torture his daughter and kill his wife. And all of the other deities would still be alive.
I got really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded.
Yep.
He could throw giants like ragdolls, shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen.
Who could dwarf the planet and wreck it with just a finger. Look at this.
Asura is so
Super
powerful,
cool.
His soul cannot be
Most
manipulated.
iconic,
He can propel himself with mantra to fly, harden his...
Mantra enhances strength, speed, durability, stamina, rapid fire homing, 1 of 8 mantra affinities, increase Asura's strength aggregates. Yeah, but like that scene with Wyzen and Asura is just like the most iconic scene from the game, so like it's so cool. To a point where a Sun Wukong movie, a Monkey King movie, literally paid homage to it.
Fist to break steel, fire explosive energy blasts.
And headbutt you so hard you wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And when he goes unlimited mode, he can rapid-fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shout.
The hot springs with August.
I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods. A
Kinda.
girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
He didn't really try to protect anyone except that girl. I mean, he protected the people of that girl's village, but I think it was mostly just to protect that girl and the baby.
Yeah, Asura's the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid.
Yeah.
That one dad that knocks out a ref at a Little League game.
And then the gods killed that girl too, along with her whole village, sparking Asura to unleash his berserker aura.
That was a really
Guys
sad moment,
were
honestly.
sacrificing thousands of people to power.
Asura's Wrath is such an emotional game. Like, it's like super sad, super hype. Like, it's the story is not well written, but it's the definition of emotional storytelling. It's a movie where, or not a movie, it's a game and a story where it's like, don't think too hard about the logic. And that's the difference with God of War. God of War uses emotional storytelling as well, but it also puts logic into it, at least the 2018 and 2022 games. Well, 2018 and Ragnarok, I should say. But Asura's Wrath is just pure emotional storytelling. If you think too hard about stuff, it makes no sense. But if you just ride with the emotions and the hype, it's an amazing journey.
Up? Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match him, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yet even in berserker mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra, he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels so high even he couldn't contain it, scorching him into his wrath form.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit.
Okay, are we gonna... Vajra, Asura, Metalized Arm, 6-Arm Vajra, Berserker Asura, yeah, Wrath, Mantra. Are we gonna see planet-sized Asura fight Kratos?
Stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay though, his brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Deus.
He did.
Awesome, they're bros again.
And Yasha also has the best theme music in the whole game.
Just in time for Asura to hit his
I'll stop
brother
pausing
off
so
with
much.
so much mantra that he burst. Then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms. His mantra
1,000 arms!
Power capable of killing Vlitra in a big planet-busting blast.
Deus was defeated and Gaia was saved. Yet Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Title drop.
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of Mantra and the entire universe.
And everyone's suffering was part of his plan to make Asura his heir. Chakra King.
And they released that as a DLC that cost like 20 bucks. Yeah, the game actually, the main game ends with what you saw there, like gold-haired Mithra. And then it says, to be continued. Like, a lot of people thought it was a sequel bait, and then they went, hey, look, the 4th chapter as DLC. And everyone was like, you fucking sold us the ending? And the fucked up thing is, it's a phenomenal ending.
Kidnapped Mithra
Which made me even angrier.
and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it. That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw hands.
Enter
What does Kratos even have that's even remotely on this scale? I guess Kronos, you could say? Well, it's the thing, because size doesn't mean power, right? So Chakravartin's definitely, in that form, bigger than anything Kratos ever fought. But is he more powerful than Uranus or Kronos or Zeus? Is he more powerful than Ragnarok?
mantra reactor.
Surtur?
Capable of holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel for a far greater power.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities to Chakravartin saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword for tyranny, when that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity.
Pretty good analysis, honestly.
A shield larger than a planet, unbound.
That's actually a very good analysis of Asura as a character.
Destructor form
Hell yeah.
Punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and obliterated whole stars.
Chakravartin was understandably impressed and offered Asura a chance to take his place. Asura smiled at the offer and extended his...
Okay, here's the weakest thing on this, like, feats is fought Akuma slash Oni to a standstill. We don't need to talk about the Street Fighter DLCs because they really made the Street Fighter characters way stronger than they actually fucking are. Because there's no way Oni could match anyone else in Asura's Wrath.
arm.
Right into Chakra's face, as if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QTEs out of God, obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin dead, so was the concept of mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to smack a random thug, a meteor, or Ryu, right in the ball.
Yeah, they kind of imply that Asura's Wrath is actually the origin story to the Street Fighter universe, and it's like, what?
Balls.
It's interesting. Despite the dangers of uncontrolled anger, Asura's Wrath gave him the power to save everything. All because
Damn right.
of just one thing.
Some bastard made his daughter cry, so they...
Also, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. This is my favorite Liam O'Brien performance, is Asura.
had to pay. Now that's a god I can get behind.
Damn good game.
This battle is sponsored by...
No!
Death to get 50.
So, okay. Trying to figure out who I'm gonna pick here, because... it feels like Asura should win, right? Just the scale of the shit he fights. But at the same time, are they stronger than the things Kratos fights? I want to say yes. And it's kind of that thing of like substance or style versus substance, because Asura's Wrath is a very style-focused game and everything is just like cool, big, and flashy. God of War is not like that. I think, based on the way they were kind of hyping up certain feats of Kratos, personally, I think Asura should win. But maybe they'll convince me otherwise. We'll see how this battle goes. But I think they're going to pick Kratos. So my vote, like my actual vote, is that Kratos is going to win. So we'll see. See if I'm right or wrong. I want...
Right, the combatants are set.
Which character do I like more? I mean, these are two of my favorite characters of fiction. Why did you have to... Did you really have to do the Fortnite dancing? Who do I want to win? Honestly, it's a toss-up. I think I'll be happy either way if they can explain it well enough, but I think, logically, Asura should win. But at the same time, Kratos has some crazy feats. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see.
Through all possibilities.
It's time for a dead battle!
Okay, now I'm going to actually commentate without pausing. Hey, it's the house. It's the hut. Kratos, the god of war. Yep. Excuse you, he's the god of hope. Oh, they're just teleporting Kratos. Why does it look Greek? This is kind of funny seeing the like super high res PS5 Kratos model next to all of these PlayStation 3 ass looking fucking character models. Oh, that means it's gonna look like that the whole time because Asura is gonna look like a PS3 character model and Kratos has got the PS5 model. But this animation's so good for an individual. Yeah.
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia.
Not a bad Liam Bryan impersonator.
Not for long. You do not want this fight.
Kratos. Could have gotten a better Kratos. I could do a better Kratos than that. You do not want this fight. Okay. Woo! Kratos, do not hand-to-hand Asura. Asura will win that. Okay, I like the Asura voice. Accurate. Spartan Rage already? Asura hasn't even transformed yet. Oh, there we go. Oh, Asura's gotta be faster, right? Because they factor in, like, strength, speed, everything. Asura's gotta be way faster than Kratos.
Let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before.
I don't like the Kratos voice actor. I could do better than that.
Very well.
Drop near! Yeah! He's not using any of the Greek weapons except for the Blades of Chaos. He reflected it! Mantra? Yeah! This animation's real good. Oh! Kratos just wrecked him that fast? Oh, yeah, that's it. Asura's about to win. You don't make Mithra sad. That's how you die. Making Mithra sad. Oh! Oh, you made her cry. Oh, are they at the... Are they at the joining of the realms? They're in the place where they made Ragnarok with the double Valkyrie fight. Oh, Spartan Rage again. Rage versus Wrath.
This is not my end.
Yeah, the Asura voice actor is 1,000 times better than the Kratos one. That's the... This is imitating the what? Are they gonna reverse the Wizen scene? They're gonna reverse the Wizen scene. Okay, I'm down. This is cool. This is fucking awesome. This is the most badass, masculine, testosterone-fueled fight ever. This is testosterone incarnate, and I'm fucking loving it. Yes! Muscles! Rage! Mmm!
Death has not earned me yet, Titan.
That wasn't bad.
But you deserve a worthy end.
Okay, now he's doing okay. Blade of Olympus? Oh, QTE! Blade of Olympus! Do him like you did Kratos! Okay, that was fucking awesome. What a first death battle to react to. Man, they've come a long way since when I stopped watching. I stopped watching a few years ago, and this is real good. And this is after they lost funding, right? So they, like, crowdfunded this?
You are a monster no longer.
He never was.
I never was.
Oh! Oh, now I'm sad! Hey, Kratos is sad! Look what you did, Death Battle! You made Kratos sad! Hey, can you take the Blade of Chaos? Or Blade of Olympus? Was I yelling Blade of Chaos that whole time? It was Blade of Olympus. I should have been yelling Blade of Olympus. Oh. Fuck y'all.
KO! Well, I guess Asura's wrath really is gone. But are we sure this is
I meant Blade of Olympus, I promise.
Blow up stars?
Okay, let's see how they
Some
justify
amazing
this.
displays of apocalyptic destruction, but the full
Yeah.
scope of their speed, experience, versatility, and power sheds a surprising light.
At first glance, speed seems like a shoe-in for Asura. Kratos
Yeah.
is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean he couldn't. Remember, as usual, we look at these peak gameplay restrictions.
Yeah, we're looking at everything in canon, and Kratos fought and killed Helios, the sun god.
He didn't fight him. This is incorrect. Helios got bitch slapped out of the sky by a Titan, and Kratos just finished him off. Kratos didn't fight him. That's not... Okay, let's see if they add anything else.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is emphasized to be immensely
Kratos directly defeated Atlas in combat, who had just recently captured Helios, further supporting those in the Kratos. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense than what they're saying here, because Kratos didn't defeat Helios. He just didn't.
powerful. Without Helios,
He did beat Atlas,
this
though.
would
He did
shatter
defeat Atlas.
everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to quantify, but that's consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments could be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally equal.
Except that the numbers you put on screen clearly show the advantage for Asura, not Kratos.
But what does speed matter if you don't know how to use it? Let's cover experience.
Asura!
Lived across
Asura!
obviously a lot longer than Kratos.
And while Kratos eventually learned to control his rage, Asura pretty much always had that control.
So Asura easily
Yup.
takes experience. But when it comes to versatility,
Kratos.
he couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Kratos has too
Quite
much.
skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
Punching.
A whole lot of punching.
Kratos' weapons, magic, runes, relics, and even his rage gave him far more options in combat, slowing down time.
Kratos' time-slowing powers would enable a safer approach, gaining a significant edge. Chakravartin's own time manipulation affected Asura, indicating a vulnerability. That's fair.
And healing injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons that could drain a variety of energy.
I was wondering if they're going to bring that in, because they did mention that the Blade of Olympus and the Drop-Near Spear could drain energy, or reflect it.
Like Mantra.
Yeah, when Asura loses all his
Hades is a warrior, empowering the souls of his souls represented as green orbs. The Blade of Chaos drained Kratos of his green orbs in God of War 2. Supporting the notion it could absorb mantra, a similar form of spiritual energy. I get the logic. I don't know if I agree, but I get the logic.
Mantra energy, that's it for him. So the Drop-Near Spears and the Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed. Versatility, and multiple ways to finish this for good before Asura just comes crawling back out of the underworld.
If he could, Asura's resurrections take years or whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do! If this came down to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
That was so cool. That was so cool.
Overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable universe.
Destroying that big
Jesus.
golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Extremely impressive and unfathomable.
How do you even quantify that number with math? That's absurd. Oh, that is just so fucking absurd.
However, the same
It's
idea
cool.
to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Okay, I thought they were gonna say Ragnarok scales in power to Chakravartin, and I was about to be like, bitch, no, he does. Asgard shook the world tree. Yeah, okay, so Ragnarok did shake. Okay.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held
Freyr's nowhere near as powerful as Kratos.
back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
And we know this map is accurate because it shows these two realms conjoined, which we see in game.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant lowball that Kratos should easily scale above, shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy 9 million times over.
How do you figure that? What kind of math do you do to figure this out?
That's almost up.
I do kind of miss when they used to like actually like show the math and like show their work. It seems like they've stopped doing that a little bit, which I'm like, show your work. Show your work.
100 times greater than Chakravartin's destruction. And this isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed matches Chakravartin, and Kratos outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for them to get to.
And Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the
Beat his ass, too.
comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
But hey, Capcom, if you give us Asura's round
I
2,
still fucking argue that the speed shouldn't have been a tie. Asura's way faster.
we'll try this again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Asura's the sun rises. The god of wrath was Kratos.
The winner is Kratos.
Alright, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad. I don't really think I agree with their logic at the end for the most part. For the most part, I do agree with a lot of things they said. But they did seem to pull a lot of shit out of their ass. Like, they had to do a lot more power scaling with Kratos than they did Asura. Because a lot of the feats they pulled for Kratos were not his own feats. But some of the feats they pulled were of beings that we know are weaker than Kratos, like Kronos and Freyr.
But what if...
Oh! Oh! Oh, Mithra powered him up. Oh! Oh, it's the ending! Haha, the button mash, yeah! This is shot for shot the ending of Asura's Wrath. That's awesome. Aww. Calliope. No, wait, now Boy's gonna be sad. Now Atreus is gonna be sad. Damn it! Kratos has to win, so Atreus can't be sad. I'd rather Mithra be sad than Atreus. Mithra can get over it. I like Atreus way more.
And that concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end. Next time on Death
Okay,
Battle.
who's next? Ghost Rider? Ghost Rider. Fuck yeah!
I've been enjoying it.
Oh, Ghost Rider versus Spawn. I'm hyped for that. Anyway, this video is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Anyways, guys, that was interesting. I haven't watched a death battle in a while. I did re-watch the first two Goku versus Superman death battles. I'm definitely a Dragon Ball Z fanboy, but I'm also a bit of a Superman fanboy. I do like the Man of Steel. But I don't know. I guess I'm not upset because I didn't have really a dog in this race. Or a horse in this race, I could say. A dog in this fight, horse in this race. I could just mix those together. I'm tired. But I don't know. I'm okay with Kratos winning, but I don't think he would have. I really don't think he would have. Alright guys, but hey, this was a thing I haven't done before, so if you guys enjoyed this video, I'll do a few more. I'll probably record one more tonight, just because it'd be kind of fun to. One that I have a little bit more stake in who I want to win, maybe. But, yeah, that was a fun video. Even if I don't agree with the math and the science and everything at 100%, I'd say I'm probably like 60% agreement with them, but it's a little off. It was still really cool, and that animation was just so fucking good. That was really fucking good. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, it's not my normal type of content, but it could be something I start doing on a somewhat regular basis. So leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I do a lot of Let's Plays on the channel, mostly. Mostly I just do gaming content and like D&D TTRPG content. But I could do more content like this if you guys want me to. So let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.